Right. Morning, Bill.
Good morning, Bill. How are you, man?
I'm over tech right now. How about you?
Tech frustrations are the worst, man, because we think that we're good at it, but there's a lot we have no control over. So,
Yep. It's been streaky too. It's been a streaky week, so that gets under your skin.
man, it's Tuesday. How are you having streaks already?
Well, I've got a running total from last week. So, how was your day
Running
yesterday?
on. It was good. Levi, I caught up with Levi, and he
Yeah.
liked the me telling you that well, since you don't have any goals, you're just going to have a week of complacency. He was like, man, that hit me pretty hard. And I was like, well, wasn't intended for you, but okay.
But there you
um,
go.
Yesterday was good. I did a disc assessment with this guy. We were talking about finding him a salesperson, and that went really well. So we are moving on to the next phase of that. So that'll be, a decent sized project, about four or so. So sent that invoice yesterday. Yesterday was swamped, man. And it's mostly my fault. I was catching up with Sean Overton yesterday,
Okay.
and so we were supposed to talk from 1 to 1:45, but we got caught up talking about jujitsu, and that dude is training like a heathen right now. He's just like getting completely after it, which is awesome. So my 2 o'clock canceled. So then Sean and I actually had some like business stuff to talk about. So we ended up talking from 1 until 3, and then I had my call from 3 until 4:30. So the afternoon was just swamped. Not a bad thing, but I got to get the bill bet done because this book is going to Melissa on Friday because I'm not paying anybody this week.
Mm-mm.
What about you? How was yesterday?
It was good. It was solid. Everything got done on the list. I did do my workout. It was actually the the subject of my Instagram post. I figured I might as well, put all the pointers at me. That way, I make sure I can get it done.
Hey, man,
Um,
repurpose all of this stuff into your content.
Absolutely, dude. Gary Vee's never been more right about the waterfall. That is the best thing I've learned from him. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, repurpose, repurpose, repurpose. Use it all.
maybe the only thing I think I've learned from Gary Vee. I mean, not that that's a bad thing, right? I mean, I think if you have one or two individual good nuggets that other people can use, you're probably doing fairly well for yourself. But I don't really find the majority of the rest of his stuff all that fantastic. I think he talks a lot about like working hard and working a lot, but that's not really what I'm trying to optimize for, as I'm growing this thing. So,
Right.
um,
He's
you
kind
know,
of turned into more of a motivational speaker type guy, even than he has a tactical guy at this point. So,
that's how I think about it as well. And I wonder if that's just like par for the course, right? You run out of stuff to talk about, you run out of knowledge, and you get up a couple of rungs. You're no longer doing all the things that you were doing, where you were uncovering all these ideas, and then it's just like, let's go get them, team, right? And some people
yeah,
need that. I'm not knocking that. Motivational speakers do their thing, and for that audience, like, go get it. Uh, I don't need it in a. I can find it on my own on most days. So
yeah, yeah.
but
That's good.
yeah. What do you got today, Bill?
I have got a client on board today. So I had my, kind of like 30 minutes kickoff yesterday, and we scheduled
Hmm.
right into today for our official kickoff. So that's going
Nice.
to be good. Going to be working through the clarity purpose and clarity positioning for his company. So that'd be fantastic. I get psyched up about those. And then let's see, uh, I've actually got several meetings today. I'm full of client meetings today. I've got three on the books, um,
Nice.
and then I've got some blocking technique. I've got to get a workout in. I got to do
Yeah,
that
you
too.
do. Yeah, you do, dude.
So
If we have to live stream you doing burpees, it is going to be the best thing I've ever seen.
I know I tell people in my accountability group I'm cheering for them to win, but gosh, I hope they lose because the bets that happen are awesome.
I mean, here's the deal. I don't want you to lose. I just want to provide color commentary for you while you're doing burpees. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
Rob Riggle you so hard if
Oh.
you have to do these burpees. It's gonna be glorious. I can't
Oh
wait.
yeah. For sure.
Um, let's see. So today I have a call with a client at 9:30. I have a 1 o'clock coffee meeting with a guy who hopped into Sales Lab. This guy named Matt. And then we have our first edition of office hours today at 2 o'clock as part of Sales Lab. So from 2 to 3, I'm going to be in a Zoom session. If you are on the list, you can come in here, ask me any question you want. We'll role play something. We will talk about your positioning, your strategy, your data, your CRM, anything like this around your business or sales or improvement. So we'll start with an hour, and then we'll kind of extend out from there. And then after that, I have a live, a guy I know who works with, Scott, my coach, wanted a CRM. And so since he's already doing a lot of like the sales training and understands process is important and stuff like this, I'm trying something new with him. I'm going to build his CRM on the spot. So we're going to do like a 90-minute interview, and he's going into Pipedrive, and I'm going to go through all of these things and ask him the questions I normally ask, get his calendar, email, all of these things set up. We're going to do it live right there on the call. So that way at the end of the call, I can say, here's your CRM. Now let's record a video real quick about what it looks like to actually use this thing. And then after that, he'll get, 30 days of reinforcement, just like a quick email of like, hey, spend at least 10 minutes today, in this tool, and some follow-ups and touch-ins and stuff like this. So we're going to build it live right there, which I'm kind of excited about. I've not done that before, but I think it'll be cool.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
I've already done how that goes.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I don't know that I could do this with everybody. This guy has had a fair amount of sales training and sales process training and stuff like this. So he gets this like already walking in the door, a lot of the fundamental components that are super important to like how we build out CRMs. So that's why I think I could do it live. If you're not familiar with how sales is a process and going for the no and doing all these things, then what happens is we have to do like an education piece of it on the front end.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm excited about that. I got up early and decided that I was going to go for a walk. So I've already done a walk this morning, so I can get into this. I can get into the day and like just get going. So we'll wrap here. I'll probably meditate for a few minutes and then start going, which will be good.
So I've been trying to figure out, so I have two thoughts, right? The first was, I love that you did the walk first thing. I've been thinking about doing that myself, is actually get up, do my Bible study, and then just walk. And typically I've been trying to wait to do my workout till I'm like more awake, because I want to be able to have better effort, repetitions and things like that. But I love the walk. I'm becoming a walk nut. And so I'm thinking, just get up and get my steps in, right?
Yeah, like I have no idea if it's like an age thing, because like I don't see anybody else younger than me out there walking around really.
Yeah.
And like I don't know how much of it's exactly. Like I'm not super concerned about it, but we live in a great walking neighborhood. There's lots of dog owners and stuff like this, so it's super nice. But I went and got 30 something hundred steps before even doing this, which is nice because it's out of the way and good. And I've been listening to this kind of stoic thing on Audible, which is super nice. It's called the Tao of Seneca, and it is just like these letters from practical letters from a stoic master. And Seneca, Tim Ferriss produced it. It's a Tim Ferriss thing, and I've been kind of working my way through it as I walk, and it's nice for reinforcement around these ideas.
Love it.
Yeah, we're gonna be here in this house for another year. We have the lease, but it's like a little bit short of a year, so it's actually going to be maybe June or July 15th. I forget the exact day. So that's like weighing on my mind a little bit. So part of the walking around the neighborhood is looking for other houses and getting the lay of the land and stuff like this, so that way I'm hopefully better prepared here in a few months whenever it's time to start looking for the next thing. The thing I really want to do is move into Jeff's house, which is a couple of blocks over this way, but I'm not really sure that we're going to be able to make that happen or not.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's open now, so I don't think he's going to leave it open for essentially a year, which makes complete sense. So I don't know, but like that's like not having the next plan, even though it's 11 months away, 10 months away, is already kind of eating up my focus bandwidth, which bothers me.
That's the other thing I wanted to mention. I'm glad you brought that up. Is I was talking to a friend yesterday, and he's just scattered right now. He's having a hard time focusing and whatnot. And I was telling him, just to focus on what he's got to do today, right? Like what are
Yep.
the efforts that he could make today that he knows that'll lead to success next week, next month. And he was kind of listing a few of them off, and I was like, okay, so do you have them on your calendar? You know, you have them someplace that you can go look at it throughout the day. He's like, no, not really. I'm like, all right, just go do that. So it's just one of those things. Is like it's good to plan for the future. It's awesome, you know, because I love big picture and strategy. It's a fun thing to do, but if you don't put down the stuff today, you won't get to that next thing, you know.
You know, I one of my coaches, he'll every year he'll go through a process with us of making us write down our goals, and he makes us carry it in our pocket, right? So that way it's always in front of you. And I used to think that this was a ridiculous practice. I was like, man, this is just silly. Um, and it's funny because I mean, obviously with the whiteboards and the weekly bets and everything like this, we're doing everything we can to keep our focused attention in front of us. Um, it was so funny because this last time that we did it, I was like, hey, everybody, if you don't have this piece of paper on you when you come to class, you got to donate $5 to a cause that just like a nonprofit, you know. And so many people were, oh, $5. It's like all you have to do is put it in your pocket and keep it keep it with your wallet. It's going to be with you at all times. Put it on your home screen of your phone. Like there are so many ways of like keeping your goals and the things that are important to you right here in front of you, because there's we talk about this a lot, but there are so many screens and they all want to like they want your focus, so that way they can show you advertisements and that's how they get paid. And man, if you're not really aware of that gap between you and the thing you need to go look at, I mean, like I love having lots of tabs, but the thing that I'm noticing is all those tabs, I'm like, oh, I need to go check on that. 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 And so then what happens is I do, right? And then I end up not being as productive as I need to be. So I use one tab, which is a godsend. And so I'm really trying to do one tab and then one other tab for the thing that I'm working on, and everything else is still saved, right? Because part of this is me still getting used to the fact that I'm not going to lose this information, right? Because that makes me concerned and nervous, just like it does with everybody else.
Sure.
So, but being a little bit more transactional as opposed to like, let's set up all my computer stuff. Like, no, I just need, I need to write.
The way I used to think about it is, it's like if you back on the old school desktop style where people would just put stuff all over their desk for the day that they have to work on, and that other thing is always staring at you when you're trying to concentrate on this one thing. It's like it's not good for you. It's not good for anybody. So keep your focus. Yep. Cool.
Yeah, I did not do any writing yesterday, which is making me a little nervous because this thing's got to be done by Friday.
Okay. Hey, but
I learned
all the words, so you're good.
But are they in the right order? That's the important question.
Maybe that's Melissa.
I heard about an interesting breathing thing yesterday, which I was doing on my walk today, and it was pretty cool. It's called 4-7-8 breathing. You breathe in for 4 seconds, you hold it for 7 seconds, and then you breathe out for like 8 seconds. Pretty interesting. I'm going to be playing a little bit more with that.
I've done a little bit too with different cadences. And it wasn't who's the guy that you said that was at the jiu-jitsu, the Wim
Hof.
Wim Hof. It started with Wim Hof, but I found it someplace else because I also did some. When I was with Bouchard, his camp, one of the things he did was cupping for yourself just to increase blood flow before you start a big project, and then he would do some breathing stuff too. And I love the way he did it because there was all types of people there, and they were like, all right, so if you're not into all like the woo-woo, weird, Wim Hof type stuff, right? Like just think of it this way: your body needs oxygen, your brain needs lots of oxygen. Give it more oxygen. Okay, y'all ready? Let's go. And everyone just kind of laughed, and it's like, oh yeah, it's we're just doing the thing to make it work better,
So this is so ridiculous. I feel a little silly talking about this on here, but so I've had this wrist thing. I'm wearing this wrist brace, and everything else. I'm trying to get it to heal. I've not been super diligent in wearing the wrist brace, so I'm probably not really healing as fast as I could be. And, everyone who's seen the brace or knows about the brace is like, well, you're doing ice and heating treatments. And my answer is always just like, no, I'm not. Partially because I didn't understand what the benefit was. Like I didn't really think about the fact that ice is going to keep blood away, and then when you put warmth on, it's going to draw blood back, and then what happens is that additional blood flow, aids in healing.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was just supposed to like you're just supposed to wear ice on something, and it's just supposed to like magically feel better. So this all my years of being an adult, I've never really seen a whole lot of value in ice therapy because I didn't understand like what it was for. But like last night when this clicked in my head, I was like, it's like, oh, this is just about playing with the amount of blood flow to like certain areas and also inflammation and other stuff like that. But like this is the big thing.
Yep.
Now it like makes sense, and I can't wait to like do like some like ice therapy on this wrist to see if it helps, right? But just the fact that I didn't understand what the real idea of it was just like enough to make me be like, nah.
It's so funny how our brains work. It's just hilarious. It really is, because context is everything. If you don't think there's context that makes sense to you, it's like, meh, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love
Yeah, absolutely. So, I thought that was random and weird as I was laying in bed last night, and that clicked. I was like, oh, blood flow, and then I was like, I should get up and ice my wrist, and then I was like, no, I'll do it tomorrow. So
yeah,
yeah, feel a little silly,
yeah, the hot shower
but
on the back and the neck and things like that in the morning is so good for me these days, because it increases the blood flow to those areas and helps it out. So
yeah.
good stuff.
Sean Overton is also doing some GMB, which is pretty
Really?
awesome. Yeah, and actually, this is really cool. So he's grown his operation, right? And he has a project that he's turning into a SaaS company, which I'm fired up about for him and everything else. And so he's got a team of developers that he's working with, and they were complaining about sore shoulders and bad posture and everything else like this. So he bought all of them who wanted it GMB subscriptions.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, man, that is such like a thoughtful, nice thing to do for the people that you work with. And he was like, well, I want them, to not feel bad, and honestly, I want the most production out of them that I can for my rate. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. So
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
yeah, I was
love
blown away
GMB.
by that. I was like, man, that's such a great. I love GMB as well. I just can't wait for this freaking wrist to get better so I can get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, that's. I think that's all I got, man. Do you have anything else for today?
No, that's all I got too. And I'm just going to turn around and rebroadcast this because I screwed something else up. I'm recording it on the iPad, not Facebook. I even went through and did the title, and
Oh man.
neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's going right up here at 8:08, so it'll be up here.
Okay.
soon. So, all right, no,
Cool,
I'm
man.
good. I'm gonna get to it.
Yeah. Well, we need to spend some time on this tech stuff. I think it's been frustrating the past couple of days. I think, right?
Yeah, yeah, something's got to change. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so
Tech.
easy. It's so easy now. Well, and the day before, it was the fact that it wasn't signed in. That because I'm sharing this account, so it wasn't signed in yesterday. So we used Zoom.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Cool, man.